And yes, we've been on about it all through. It finally came to bear. Season X of the SFFL Showtime, and what a season starter it was all about, with 5 games all through. My word, I have never seen such competitiveness. This is what our cameras came back with.
Defending champions Outlaws Athletics, Lagos Athletics, Spartans FC and Lagos Rebels were the dominant winners of matchday 1 of the SFFL Showtime Season X, held at the Nido Hallway, Alma Beach, Lekki, Lagos. The Dragons and Panthers Sports were the first teams to take to the field, hoping to win their first game of the season. Elumi Additional, the Dragons quarterback, and his receivers, Solomon Patience, Sam Awuna, and Roslyn Enyaniwe, were outstanding throughout the game, capitalizing on the Panthers' lack of coordination in the first half. The Panthers eventually mustered some good play and strategy to secure touchdowns from Alexandra Ubu, Daniel Ivan, and Israel Unyagoziri, resulting in a 26-26 tie.
I don't know what happened, but they came out strong. Like they were hungry for the ball. They wanted more than what we wanted.
Ultimately, I'm not. The result is a bit disappointing because we expected to come here and win today. We had our high moments, we had our low moments, but ultimately, I think we just need to stay in the game. We made a few mistakes towards the end. So there's a lot of things that we need to correct, but ultimately it's not a result. Nobody wants to draw ultimately, but we'll just take the lesson from this and we'll move forward.
In the second game of the day, Lagos Athletics defeated Titans Athletics 26-18, owing to an astonishing solo run by wide receiver Emeko Keke, who gave Lagos Athletics an early lead with the game's fastest touchdown in less than 5 seconds. Babatunde Mustafa added 2 points to the conversion, further combining with wide receivers Babatunde Mustafa and Emeko Keke. Quarterback Usman Jibril tormented the Titans' defense and scoring 14 points in the first quarter. 3 seconds before the end of the second quarter, wide receiver Okabonye Chukwani and Titans quarterback Kenny Nwankwo collaborated for the team's first touchdown. This spurred the Titans to score 12 more points with long throw schemes from quarterback Kenny Nwankwo and his team of favorite receivers Ali Abubakar and Okabonye Chukwani. Emeko Keke scored a late touchdown for Lagos Athletics to increase the lead and end the game 26-18.
It was tough, but we had one mindset, that was to come get a dub, Everybody gave it 100%. I enjoyed playing, everybody else did, we were just in emotion, we played against a very good team, championship finalists, so we came with one mindset to dominate.
In the third match of the day, the defending champions Outlaws Athletics outperformed the Lagos Mavericks with a 20 shutout, irrespective of inclement weather. The Outlaws' superb attack, led by quarterback George Uzomba and his favorite wide receivers Solomon Alenge, Blessing Harrison, and DK Emmanuel, combined for 20 points, with some sublime play capitalizing on Mavericks' defensive frailties. Mavericks' Ozioma Mercy made the most with 3 consecutive sacks, but was not enough to energize her team. Spartan FC defeated newcomers Lagos Raptors 28 in Game 4 to move into second place on the league table. Duroladikbo Olatoye, Zykeus Tumishe, Michael Okiki and Shita Bay Oluwadamilola of Spartans FC penetrated the Lagos Raptors defense to provide a well-deserved 26 points. The Lagos Raptors, on the other hand, attempted a comeback, ending the game 26-8 with a late score from Tomiwa Macaulay.
Let's see if the Raptors can have a quick response with this launch
Ladies and gentlemen, please, let's get seated. Let's clear the sidelines and let the train crew move around, please. Please, if you are not playing.
We almost gave up until we scored again like we did.
Wow,
almost
have to try hard.
The Lagos Rebels took a page from the Spartans FC to inspire their offensive run and occupy the third spot on the table. Odudu Otu, Chidi Ugoji, and Dolo Nosamiefan each scored touchdowns to help the Warriors record 26 points. The Warriors' defense, led by Chukwebuko Coed, held the Lagos Rebels' offense at bay in the second half, inspiring a score and a conversion from Success Patrick and Bello Anuoluwapo to end the scoreline at 26-9.
Four wins, a draw, 4 losses. Of course, that's the opening day of the SFFL Showtime Season X. And of course, I think the biggest result out there was the Outlaws Athletics 20 shutout against Lagos Mavericks. And of course, I think it was interesting to see how the first game of the season was Dragons and Panthers in a tie, Mike.
Yeah, Dragons and Panthers was one of those games that kept, watchers at the edge of their seat. And I like GT of the, of the Panthers. He made sure that his excellence, despite the inclement weather, did not really disturb them on the day. I think it was pleasant to watch. And I like how athletic they were. Despite, the weather, they gave it their all. I mean, quite impressive, the part of these athletes.
All right, well, these are some of the stats out of match day 1. Ozioma Mercy of the Lagos Mavericks, even though it was a shutout, she made the most consecutive sacks in a game, 3 of those. And of course, Emeka Okeke of the Lagos Athletics, who I think is probably one of my favorite wide receivers here, with the fastest touchdown in under 3 seconds, Mike, against the Titans Athletic match day 1.
Jimmy must be very, very happy.
He had
franchise owner.
He had an opportunity to. He played on the day.
Okay.
Had an opportunity to actually win an extra point. But Jimmy and his swag. He was over swagged. He missed it.
How did he play? With which energy?
Jimmy is an athletic. Oh, don't joke.
Jimmy was somewhat used to football in time past. I
really good.
I don't know now.
Anyway, all the stats are out of match day 1. Titans Athletics were the first team to suffer a defeat in Season X after they lost 18-26 to Lagos Athletics, while the Outlaws Athletics became the first team to win a shutout in Season X against the Lagos Mavericks. And this is what the result is. And no surprises, the Outlaws Athletics are top of the table as things stand after the shutouts they had. Now, for match day 2, what an outing that will turn out to be. Lagos Rebels, who actually won against the Warriors, face off against the Dragons, who drew against Panthers. Outlaws will battle it out against the Panthers Sport, while the Titans Athletics, of course, face off against the Warriors. And hopefully, Mavericks want to do better than their first game of the season, where they lost and battle out against Spartans. And let's see how Jimmy Akishola and his Lagos Athletics will fare against the Raptors, who will hope not to lose back-to-back games as things are. So we're all looking forward to it. The middle hall way is where you need to be for the SFFL Showtime Season X Match Day 2. Remember, from 11 a.m. every Sunday for 9 weeks before we get into the playoffs.